NFL nets, every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish him.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 33-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Wilson will throw again. Dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 10 more there and another first down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
What we got? Watch the safety creep. 95. One's left. Kill.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it with Carson. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And it's a clinic that we're seeing put on here so far. 6 for 6 first drive of the game for him passing.
You know I'm a defensive guy, and while I'm admiring the heck out of what they're doing, throwing the ball around, all I keep thinking is this is where the quarterback has to go down. You've got to ruffle his timing, change things up, get some more pressure on him, because right now he's way too comfortable in throwing the ball downfield.
You got to be ready. Good job right there. Good job right there. Check. 53 fly. Check. 53 fly. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far.
What?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Tackles. Go, guys. 4 down. 4 down. 53. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing again here. Wilson steps away to his left. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there for Philly. And even 60 yards for him on the ground.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. These two teams all tied after one. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Here's Carson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Seahawks, first down.
380. 53. Down to lose one.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 38. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Here's the sneak with Wilson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
280. 59. Runner jump. Out, 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 out. Shift. Hey, 0. Good touch.
They run for it with Carson. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Aguilar has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw is Wentz. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
2nd and goal on the Seahawks 5-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Wilson now, 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Set the target. Alert. Defense, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
19.
Here we go, D. Watch out.
Again, Wilson going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and some room to work. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 32 yards. And the Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
All day.
A final shot before half for Wentz. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Kill. Ram.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson now operating from the gun. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, and this will be caught at the 30. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment.
53, check 53. Check tight end. Hey, 0. 53 is the Mike. Hey, watch the leg. Mike, 50. Look out right there. 53, Mike.
Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch the ball.
Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike, 54. I got you, son. I got you. You're on mine, baby.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson throwing the out route and complete. That's Jones. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
From the gun, it's Wilson. We'll find Jones again. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Mike. 380. Mike. Check. 36 power. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. Hey, pick your game up. Go. You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. from the shotgun. Wilson. And Jones has it over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Special. All go special. 53. Check 53. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On first down, Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
53. Run up. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 3rd and short.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Check 53. I got it. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Throwing now is Wilson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
Check 53. 25. Hey, 0. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. 6 man. Zebra. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Now Wilson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Eagles, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the loss drops them back